Yep. Shelly, how you?
We might. Oh, excuse me. You want to tell me?
That was Delaware tonight, too.
Actor Daryl Bell, gospel singer Anthony Evans, and many other amazing stars. Get your tickets today on Eventbrite. We'll see you there.
Hi, this is Daryl Bell.
And Tempest Bledsoe. And we are looking forward to seeing you at the Wilmington Public Library on March 4th at 6 p.m.
For Dancing with the Stars Delaware. Get your tickets now.
We'll be dancing.
Like a fancy.
Dying of asphyxia, and you're down in Baltimore having big fun. Weren't you, Vanessa? Isn't that where you were? Didn't you go down there to Baltimore and have big fun, Vanessa? Tell me, didn't you go for big fun? Shut up! I'm asking you a question. Rudy or bad? I hope that you can have the same experience, Vanessa. I hope that one day you come to realize exactly how it feels to think that your child's life is in danger. You have taken us from levels of frenzy, panic, distress, and now that we know you're okay, rage. Now, Vanessa, we are you have been to Baltimore, Maryland, with the wretched to have big fun. Big fun. Isn't that what you had, Vanessa? Didn't you have big fun? Well, let's see now. You had donuts. And donuts in Wilmington. There she is, sitting up in the local donut shop in Wilmington, Delaware, sipping hot chocolate and eating crumbs, and the car gets stolen. Now, a normal individual with half a gnat's brain would have said, I'm going home now. But you, oh no, not you. You and your three friends put yourselves on a bus and go joyride off to Baltimore, all the way to Baltimore.
What were you thinking?
Wasn't thinking.
You got that right.
And people who, when others tell them that they can't do something, they not only do it, but they exceed, they prevail. And that's what Dr. Berry has done. Dr. Berry had a teacher here in Wilmington, Delaware that told her that she would never amount to anything. She would never go to college. And she's gone all over the world. Other people, she has a earned PhD. She's a comedian. She's won all kinds of awards. She's had a talk show. So I just have the pleasure and honor to welcome. Let's give her a warm welcome home.
So took 18. Finished my master's in 2 semesters, maintained a 4.0, got that Delaware is truly the place to be somebody. And tonight we have the opportunity to learn from someone who has taken this recipe for life to not only be someone, but to conduct the modern day underground, overground railroad, to mentor and lead and guide so many into freedom. Before we get started, as we like to do in Wilmington,
about the fact that it was written in 1900, made our anthem in 1919 and 1776. When this country was founded, black people were not even considered whole persons. We were owned by people. In 1814, when the Star-Spangled Banner was written by Francis Scott Key, black people were still enslaved. In 1863, when the Emancipation Proclamation took effect, black people as far as Galveston, Texas, didn't even receive their freedom until June 19, 1865. And the Star-Spangled Banner didn't even become the national anthem until 1931, 12 years later, after black people had already acknowledged our anthem to lift our voices, to sing and to resound. And even in all this, even after we were freed from slavery, we were still living in a time when we weren't allowed to vote. And once they gave us the right to vote, they tried to intimidate us from the voting polls. And I say that because of the season we're living in today, that regardless of where you stand politically, theologically, we were all created equal. We were all created to be seen. We were all created to be valued, to be loved, and we have worth. Lift every voice and sing, still as the heaven ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let us resound loud as the rolling
presentation that the AKAs would like to give to their sisters.
Of course, yeah.
Located in Newark, Delaware, and I am joined with on this stage with my first vice president, Mrs. Karen Knight, and also the president and the first vice president of the Zeta Omega chapter, and Mrs. Edwards. And we are honored to welcome you to Delaware. And we'd like to present you with a plaque on behalf of all of your Delaware Alpha Kappa Alpha sisters in commemoration of this auspicious moment and to honor the important work that you do. Thank you so much, Sister Felicia. And now we're going to have Mrs. Karen Knight read the plaque. Thank you. The plaque reads, "Salute to our dear sorority sister, Felicia Rashad, a dynamic, innovative, humanitarian, love the Delaware AKA chapters, and is dated for today, February the 15th, 2013. And it is in the shape of the first and finest state of Delaware." Additionally, we have a tribute from one of our state representatives, Sherry Dorsey Walker, who is also our sorority sister. Thank you.
I'm Sherry Dorsey Walker, also known as a soror. And this is a very long tribute, but what we want to do is just say we love you, God bless you, and Matthew 6:33, seek first the kingdom of God. God bless you.
So many pictures. So many pictures.
What we need in the world.
All right, see, when somebody asks a question, I'll give an answer. I'm going to preface this with saying, what I'm about to say to you might sound very strange, but it's the truth. You ask, what is it that I see? One morning, very, very early, as I lay asleep next to my then 7-year-old son, I had what some would describe as an out-of-body experience. In this experience, I could see everything in that room, 360. I could see the windows and the blinds and the walls and the doors and the doorknobs, the planks on the floor, the light fixtures in the ceiling, the bed on which we lay. I saw our bodies on the bed, okay? I was watching this. Who was this I? The only way I can describe this is there was a very palpable feeling of love that was so strong and so almost overwhelming, and yet it felt very natural. It was this love. And when I opened my eyes, that feeling was pulsating inside me, and I couldn't move for a good while. Now I've often, and that presence, that I was distinctly feminine. I was everything that I saw, everything that I had seen, everything that I saw had come from me. I was those things, but I was not those things. I was that love that was pulsating, from which all things had come. I lay there and I couldn't move. And as I thought about this experience more and more, I thought, this isn't just the truth for me, it's the truth for everybody. We are this love. If I were to have the same experience right in this moment, I would be looking as I'm looking now, seeing everything and everyone and be very conscious of the fact that this presence, everything I see had come from this presence. That's everyone here. Mother was both. Well, first of all, she's so beautiful. She literally.
So are you.
This is true. Mommy was so beautiful. She literally stopped traffic in downtown Mexico City.
Yes.
Literally.
She was known as the most beautiful, exciting, amazing woman alive, and she's still alive.
99 years old. Chester, South Carolina.
So am I.
All right. So you know, she's born right on the corner of Loomis and Cemetery Street. The Marquee.
167 Loomis Street.
Loomis and Marquee. I'm sorry, Loomis and Marquee. Directly across from the campus of Brainerd Institute. This was one of those schools that was founded by the Presbytery for the descendants of free African people. My mother attended this school, her parents attended this school, her grandparents.
Quiet when we were telling people off. You had a way of looking into as a child and quietly saying everything that needed to be said. And it was aspirational. I said, when I have children, that's how I'm gonna be.
Come on, it's easy when you're scripted.
It's a script that you can read, but there's a way that you deliver those lines. Is any of that from your mothering or from your mother?
A little both, but also I have to say that doing that, she always felt that that particular role helped me become a better mother. Because, all right, you know how we are when we want to be good mothers, right? We want everything to be just right. We want that kitchen clean. We want that bed made. We want those clothes folded. We don't want to mess up in here. And you know, and we would just be like die hard about it because this is being a good mother. But in performing it in the Cosby Show, that behavior, some of that behavior, you know, you learn the humor in it. Okay, so Theo's room, for instance. Okay, so Theo was a couple of years older than my son, my son. And when it it came to that point. It was only like a year or a year after we had begun when when Felicia, my daughter, was born. That room, I walked in that room, Lord have mercy. Woo! But you know, I wasn't angry about it because there was something that was almost humorous about it. Y'all are just not right. So he came into the room one day and he said, Mom, can I take the baby into my room for a visit? I said, oh, honey, God forbid. Who knows what will crawl out from underneath those things. I said, I'm sorry, son. You have to clean up your room. You can't come in there like that. In half an hour, his room was spotless. Just so he could take his baby sister to his room and lay her on his bed. Me, by Dr. Frederick, to be with Chadwick Boseman for lunch one day. We knew each other, and we didn't need that agency, but you know.
You taught him?
Yeah.
In a directing class?
In an acting class, yes.
And then kind of set him up?
Well, I got some support from people to open a door for the So we had this luncheon, and Chadwick had delivered a commencement address at Howard University.
Yes.
Because it was a very sad day when the College of Fine Arts, that was fully accredited in every department, was melded into the College of Liberal Arts, and then that became the College of Arts and Sciences, and what had been a College of Fine Arts then became a division of Fine Arts, and the irony of all of that was I was sitting on the board when it happened, and couldn't convince them otherwise. So Chadwick says, well, Miss Rashad, I think we're going to have a College of Fine Arts again. And I said, yeah, do you think so? Because he had delivered this powerful speech, and he said, we've got to have it back. And Dr. Frederick is a very forward-thinking individual. He said, well, I think that you could be dean. And I said, Chadwick, I don't think so. He said, no, I really think you could. He said, would you at least apply? And I said, oh, Chadwick. No, Chadwick. I mean, an academician, what do I know? Yeah, anyway, it seems so. So, a position description was sent to me, and I looked at it, and it was the usual formal thing that a university would say. And I looked at that thing, and I said, no, I'm not ready to retire from my creative work. I can't, you know. And Chadwick passed. And then one day I thought about, I was at home and it just thought of him very spontaneously, and I thought, I could have at least applied. It's not like accepting a position, it's just applying for it.
Had you applied for anything?
No, I had been, I'll tell you this, I had been in institutions of higher learning. I had served as adjunct faculty at NYU, at Vassar. I had been a guest lecturer at Juilliard. Carnegie Mellon invited me every year. I would go there. And then I was the first to attend.
Students and folks who want to, your mother gave you all some of the best affirmations to leave life and go in the street. To these folks who want to raise better, be better, live better, find the center of thought. Be the love, be the I. How do we go about beginning to see and feel and walk differently. So these babies can move off of Gordon Street, which really wasn't a street, was an alley between 22nd and 23rd.
Self-acceptance. It doesn't matter what has happened. It doesn't matter what you've done or what you thought you did or didn't do. It's not who you are. Self-acceptance. What is that self? That real self-acceptance. And it's ongoing. It isn't like a one-stop thing, like, oh yeah, here it is. No. It is ever evolving. He said, if you experience poverty and lack in your lives, it isn't the truth of your being. It's condition brought about by your thinking. And for me, that was like hearing, seek ye first, and all else shall be added unto you.
There is a
What do you say?
fully,
Me
fully
first,
known.
then
If
you.
you don't know yourself, you will always be in poverty where you are. And becoming, how do we look beyond stances and the situations of everyday life to see into the beyond to become?
It's not so far away, you know. We confess belief in omnipresence, and yet we don't practice this. Because if it's not here and it's not now, where is it? Born in a manger? Born in a manger? If it's not here and it's not now, where is it? And it's not dependent on what's in a bank account. It's not dependent on what you wear. It's not dependent on what you're driving in. It's not dependent on how much that gas is. It's just not. But we attach, and it's so human. I mean, come on, it's so human to attach importance to these things because we live in a world where we're receiving information all the time that tells us this is the measure of value. And historically, let's face it, human beings have not always been kind to one another. You know, here in America, we know what this is, but it started long before the Mayflower. It did. You go back in history and you look at cultures and civilizations, and you see on every continent, everywhere in the world, people have not always been kind to one another. They just haven't. Now, what that is in us, I can only equate it to ignorance of one's own self. Because if you really love yourself, how could you hurt another person? To do that. In a really marvelous way. One of the affirmations that I heard you say that your mother taught you was, I wish no ill will to the universe, and the universe wishes no ill will to you. The universe bears no ill to me. I bear no ill to it. That's something she would tell us these things. And say it after me. But you know, we don't understand the things that we say to children. The things that we say to children are very, very important because it's like putting a seed in fertile ground. The things we say to children and the way we treat them is so important. Little things. You know, we get caught up in stuff. Hey, I had to live to understand what I'm saying to you now. I didn't always understand this. You know, I didn't always understand this. Even though I had a mother telling me, the universe bears no ill to me, I bear no ill to you. I I didn't always understand these things the way everybody, whether they know it or not. I mean, that experience was so, you know, 'cause sometimes I'm gonna tell you, I get mad at people. People act ignorant and I get mad. And I'll be saying, Lord, I know you're in there somewhere, but I swear I can't see you. It's true, I'm very human. It's true. You know, it takes work. Constant. It takes work. Constant work. And remember, ooh, I really have to work hard sometimes. I do.
Has there ever been a time when you thought, I'm gonna slap somebody? Because you just don't usually seem like you're gonna go inside find love, but there's gotta be a time where you come close to it.
There are times when I have to just turn away. You know, and sometimes I just have to look at people and they'll say, well, Dean Shaw, what is that look on your face? What does that mean when you look like that? And in a moment of unabashed truth, I said, I'm praying for that person. It's true. And I'm praying for that person, I'm praying for myself. Life is glorious.
Yes.
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
I mean that there's the multifaceted aspects of life and trying to find unity, understand that there is unity in all of that. Because there is omnipresence and there is omnipresence.
I noticed she never says Jesus or God. She says
Every
omnipresence.
spiritual path, every religion in the world, every wise person who ever lived says the same thing no matter where on earth they have lived.
Yes.
Everyone who has seen this truth says it throughout time. So there must be something to it. You know, so I have to keep walking and walking and walking and saying, yeah, all right, I might not see you right now, but I know you're in there. You can shake yourself, right?
Dean Rashad, I am blown away. Although I had a sense of it, I don't think I'm grateful for everything that you're saying, for everything that you're sharing, for everything that you're showing. And I know it's the truth. I know it's the truth. Deans are not, they're administrators, and they're administrating and conducting and bringing together. What do you want to bring together for us through Howard, through the conducting that you are doing right now?
Envisioning the Chadwick A. Boseman College of Fine Arts, what we come to envision is a creative academic environment with comprehensive curriculum and robust programs, a collaborative space for students, faculty, and staff. With professional affiliations, all geared towards the education, training, and development of artists who are scholars, teachers, and aesthetic cultural activists. Got up at the end of the presentation and he was going to show us folk dance, right? And this was dance that was coming out of African. This was the same
Thank you.
Can I go in there? Can I take your seat? Is that what you're supposed to be doing at this point?
Where's she at? Huh? Let's see that. I ain't gonna be able to see it. Alright guys, so I am just now getting in the house, and I unfortunately had to leave. But what yeah, we had a little mishap. When you go with other people, you come with them and you leave with them. So but Felicia Rashad, well, I'll share that in my other video, but the Felicia Rashad that showed up tonight, she's not that tall. I'm 5'3", barely. She's about 5'6", 5'7", if that. But bodysuit. Anyway, so I'm going to post the video. It's probably going to take forever because that's what YouTube do to me. But meanwhile, I'm going to get in here and fix me some food real quick because she's hungry. Angry. No, I ain't angry. I'm hungry. But it's like now it's going to be like almost 40 minutes long. And basically it's just her up there talking, you know, sharing her life events and stories. And she even talks about, Lord, what's his name? Lord, I can't remember his name right now because I'm hungry. But she talked about the Black Panther actor. And she kept mentioning them. Different segments, different times, different conversations. They have a college or something named after him, to my understanding. But yeah. So, the little bit that I did get, I hope you enjoy it. And I'll be sharing the real deal. I'm going to sit down and do that video. As y'all know, I don't get paid to do my channel. I just do a channel. So I post when I want, what I feel like it, what I feel like posting. And you know. But anyway, I'm going to get on off of here and go feed myself. I'm good and hungry. And grab what I'm wearing for work on tomorrow. Yeah. And that's about it. All right. I love you.